Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your weekly WWE Monday Night Raw Event Center report. And now here is the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans 1977. Episode 1515 of the show 1515. That's right, today is July 2nd, 2024 of the year, as we're into July now. As you know, there's some big things coming up. Big things in July, as you know. I'm going to reiterate what I just talked about. I will not be attending any fireworks on July the 4th unless they postpone the date here in New Bedford for another day, just in case, like if it rains or something like that. A lot of circumstances have come up that would prevent me from going to enjoy the fireworks. I love fireworks, but unfortunately, Rant and Rave falls on the same date as on July 4th. That would be this coming Thursday, and again, and as you know, Rant and Rave has their reputation of never taking a day off, never taking a Thursday off. So, so bearing that in mind, we will. I will not be attending any fireworks, so there'll be no roadside shenanigans for the July 4th, unless, like I said, the only two things that could now be able to do it, that will maybe do it. One, if it's a family function and they ask me, they say we'd like for you to attend, or two, they postpone the fireworks date if it rains or something like that, and so that's the only difference, the only two things that will make me want to go. But I mean, I love going to see fireworks and all, but I have a show. We have a show. Rant and Rave's got a show. It's two very important WWE live events, premium live events coming up. We have to make picks and predictions on back to back. As you know, this coming Saturday is Money in the Bank, and this Sunday is NXT Heatwave, and that'll be another thing. Also, my car is it's been expired. As far as the inspection stickers expired for 2 days now. So I know July 4th could have a lot of police presence when it comes to fireworks and all that, and I don't want to risk getting pulled over or something like that. And but if that happened, I will tell the police officer I got a couple of parts coming in. We'll fix the car up, and hopefully it'll be done by the end of this week or something like that. Excuse me. So that will be something to that is something to consider. And so I've been lucky to try to drive my car from here to work, again from work to home, and I've been trying to do a lot of that. So I'm trying to save myself some trouble. But other than that, though, excuse me. Other than that, there will be, like I said, no fireworks. I will be attending the Whalen City Festival, though, over the weekend, but the weather does not look that promising for next week. But then again, they predicted way too early but sometimes it will change up. So, no word yet on when Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection will be coming out. No release date as of yet. I did pre-order for it just in case. That way I can, once I find out the release date, I'll probably get it on that date. So I know the placeholder date right now is December the 31st, 2024. That's what, it's 5 months away. I can wait that long. I waited 4 months for the Capcom Fighting Collection. As you can see, okay, where is it? I waited 4 months since February. Last time when I wanted something like this, I waited 4 months for this. But now, so what's another extra month to worry about, So, yeah, so I'm very, very pleased as punch to pre-order for it, and I'm ready to go. Let's see. Speaking of Money in the Bank ladder match, let's get right into it, huh? Monday Night Raw, the final Raw before Money in the Bank, and It's Jay Uso kicking off Monday Night Raw, doing the yeet thing and all that. And for Monday Night Raw, because of the death of Pat McAfee's father-in-law, they're doing funeral arrangements and all that. Pat McAfee wasn't able to be on commentary, so to fill in for him, Corey Graves had filling in for him. My condolences and prayers out go out to the McAfee family, and condolences to his wife and her family as well. Jimmy Uso addresses the Boston crowd. Chad Gable interrupts Jay Uso. And then Chad Gable attacks Jimmy Uso. Uso fights back, but Gable retreats. But the lights go out because Jay Uso said, hey, Uncle Howdy can have his fireflies and all that. And Jimmy Uso disappears while the ring was filled up with smoke. Because Jimmy Uso knows. Jay Uso knows. Or Monday Night Raw, which I think was really funny. Jay Uso knows. I ain't gonna deal with this, man. He knows. He's too smart. Chad Gable tried to retreat, but the Wyatt Six and between Huskus, Mercy, Ramblin' Rabbit was blocking his entrance, and then Nikki Cross, dressed as Sister Abigail, hands Michael Cole another package, and there's another VHS tape inside it. It says, play me. What is going on? And why are they using the VHS tapes? Gonna use the phone nowadays. Anyways, Xavier Woods went one-on-one with Karrion Kross, and I thought Kross would have the advantage in this situation, but then Karrion Kross got a little too arrogant in this matchup, and Xavier Woods picks up the victory, and then AOP attacks New Day after the matchup, and Kross was attacking Kofi. You see, here's the thing. A lot of people say you need a third man to deal with them. Big E, though, unfortunately, was not able to compete. But then again, who knows what's going on with Big E. And Karrion Kross knows it. Again, like I said, I reiterate this before. Karrion Kross knows that Big E is the ultimate glue that keeps the New Day together. I'm sure Kross was watching the New Day during his time in NXT or beforehand. And when Big E went down, Karrion Kross knows to exploit that weakness. And the weakness was no Big E. Without Big E, New Day wouldn't even stand a chance right now against Karrion Kross on the Final Testament. And Karrion Kross is trying to pick apart both Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. And let me tell you something. Karrion Kross is doing a heck of a job of it. So, I don't know how they're going to make Big E make a comeback. Anyways, Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest are talking, and Priest says he ended up talking to Rhea Ripley, and she is not happy with Dominic. And I'm going, I think hell hath no fear like a woman scorned, and right now Rhea Ripley feels very scorned. Mr. Dominic Mysterio. That's why I call him Dum Dum, because he's stupid sometimes. He's trying to look like Eddie Guerrero, but dude, you know Latino heat. You're like Latino dead meat. Anyways, and then they opened up the door to the Judgment Day Clubhouse. There's Liv Morgan, seeing JD McDonough, Carlito, and Finn Balor playing video games, and Damian Priest says, "Hey, And Liv Morgan goes, I'm just going out for my match. I'll see you guys later." And then Priest was talking to Finn Balor. Finn Balor says, "You changed since you won that title." And so Damian Priest goes, you got listen, Liv Morgan got us the tag team titles back to the Judgment Day. It's all good. And Damian Priest goes, fine, okay. Kathy Kelly interviews Zelina Vega for her women's title match title shot against Liv Morgan. And they had their matchup. It was a heck of a matchup until Dominic Mysterio showed up at ringside. And then Rey Mysterio shows up to back up Zelina Vega. And then Dom was distracting Vega during the matchup. And Morgan did end up retaining her title. Kathy Kelly interviewed Morgan after the match. This is for you, Dominic. So I'm going, mind games are continuing on. Rhea Ripley better be realizing who she's really dealing with. She's not dealing with the same Liv Morgan she bullied a few months back. So, so Seth Rollins came out to address the Boston crowd, talking about the Celtics, the Red Sox, talking about Boston being a championship town, which it is. And he knows his judging from the confetti that is left over. He goes, this is a, and he mentioned the Boston Celtics, which I think was pretty cool. So, and Finn Balor interrupts Rollins, saying that, Priest doesn't, and then Priest comes out, interrupting both Balor and Rollins. All three men kind of fight it out. And, but then Balor gets decked. So, and so there's that. Excuse me. Ludwig Kaiser addresses Sheamus when Sheamus kicked him right in the ribs. He says when he comes back, he's going to get to Sheamus. Good luck with that, Ludwig, pretty boy, Kaiser. And then Damian Priest talks to Balor. Are you okay? Okay, I'm fine. Listen, I have to do this by myself. Stay in the back this Saturday. So, and there's the final Women's Money in the Bank qualifier. Dakota Kai versus Zoe Stark versus Ivy Nile. And Zoe Stark picked up the victory, being the sixth and final woman in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Then they showed the tape of Uncle Howdy interviewing Bo Dallas, the second part. So, and this time around, Bo Dallas was the one that disappeared. Mind games by Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. Watch out. Battle of Father and Son, WrestleMania 39 rematch. Rey versus Dominic Mysterio. Liv Morgan came back out for the matchup, but accidentally cost Dominic Mysterio the match when her and Zelina Vega went at it. And then Sheamus addresses there's the two opponents in the final men's final Money in the Bank qualifier matchup between Ilya Dragunov and Drew McIntyre. And this is the first main event, I do believe, or when has wrestlers representing three different countries. Dragunov from Russia, Sheamus from Ireland, and McIntyre from Scotland. Sami Zayn comes out to address the Boston crowd and defending his Intercontinental title against Braun Breaker, the second generation wrestler. But beforehand, Chad Gable was talking to Otis and listen, I need help against the Wyatt family. Otis says, this is your problem. We're done. And then Maxine Dupree and I characters out, everything okay? Everything's fine. Listen, because I don't hate you, but it's all, it's done. And then, and as he walks away and all that, the Creed brothers that talk to him says, everything okay? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So, Sami Zayn was talking to the Boston crowd about Braun Breaker. He interrupts Zayn, and then Sami Zayn goes, show me what you got. You want this? I want you to want this. And so Braun Breaker spears Zayn. And then he goes with another spear on Zayn. Zayn leaps up, fights back, and then Braun Breaker spears Zayn again from the outside ring. Before the main event started, Kathy Kelly interviewed Damage Control. Dakota Kai goes, this is not okay. We got to change up things. And then Lyra Valkyria interrupts them. And she said, I'll be climbing that ladder and taking that briefcase. And then Katana Chance and Kaden Carter come in and start jumping on Kairi Sane and Dakota Kai. Lyra Valkyria brawls with Io Sky. That will lead into a matchup next week from the fallout of Money in the Bank as a 6-woman tag matchup. Lyra Valkyria, Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter to face Damage Control. And Damage Control, the problem is they made the mistake of kicking out Bayley. Bayley kept that group together, but also Asuka being injured. Asuka could have been the leader and the veteran of the group, but we shall see how that plays out. Ilya Dragunov addresses Sheamus and Drew McIntyre as they go into the All International Men's Final Money in the Bank qualifier. And McIntyre wins. And he interviews Drew McIntyre. He says he's hoping to get the briefcase. None of a certain Second City Saint has something to say about it this Saturday. I think CM Punk's going to show up again to screw McIntyre. I'm going to say, when I make my predictions for a rant and rave this Thursday, I'm going to say I know one person who's not going to win it is Drew McIntyre. Why? CM Punk. So that's it. So that's all the time we have on this show. Monday Night Raw from the July the 1st, 2024. Thank you for tuning in Boston. And the final Monday Night Raw before Money in the Bank, we still got this Friday to deal with, and there's a lot to pack there as far as what happened with the Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony. I got a feeling that Paul Heyman's going to come back for vengeance, and once he does, he's not going to come alone. We shall see. So, that's all the time we have to show, and on the next episode, Trebek Tuesday. Until then, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.